Hi, Mike Sheargold here. The purpose of this video is to share with you a little bit about Turning Point, the program we've got coming up, the 3-day high performance agent program. Now, come to this program if you're ready to have a big leap, a turning point if you like, in terms of your career to another level of results. You know, one of the things that I think is so critically important is that you, and importantly your colleagues, need to make sure that you are learning the most appropriate and effective strategies and bring on board the mindset that is going to give you, and importantly your clients, the biggest advantage in the marketplace. One of the things that I'm committed to at Turning Point, and by the way, it's 3 days of working with me, quite different from a conference you might go to where you'll hear different speakers. We are going to build your success platform, or those of you who've been to Supercharge, we're actually going to work through the results treasure map to make sure you're massively in your profit zone. Therefore, you get an exceptional return on investment in terms of your time. And by the way, that's one of the key things we work on is your time. The other big one we work on is your influencing skills. Because when I can enhance your time management and importantly your influencing skills, you literally go to another level of performance. Along those lines, there'll be a whole series of dialogues, some strategies, some tips to help you just get there faster. And I put these into two categories. One is you'll have a series of quick wins, things you can implement straight away in your business. The other category will be some key projects that they're going to take a little bit longer, but they're the kind of things that mean you'll have a more robust business, not just for next month and the month after. This is something that builds on your platform of success from a long-term point of view. Am I interested in you having short-term success? The answer is obviously yes. But from a coaching point of view, I'm more committed to you becoming long-term successful in the business. So we go through the right combination of those strategies to make sure that actually occurs. Now within Turning Point, we focus on 6 key goals. And whether you come to Turning Point or not, I'd recommend you take on board these 6 key goals. The great thing about Turning Point is we go through not only what the goal is, which I'm going to share with you right now, but importantly, why and how you can take massive advantage of your particular marketplace to deliver that in a major way. The other thing that I think is important is I don't believe there's one right way to list and sell property around the globe or the Australian marketplace, the New Zealand marketplace. But there is a right way for you. There is a best way for you. And when you come to Turning Point, it'll really give you the chance to start to identify, hone, and deliver on this. I'm very, very clear, team, that the number one, the absolute number one skill set you need is your at-list skills. And I've never seen an agent's business perform better than their listing skill set. So therefore it tends to rise the rest of the business up. So your at-list skills, obviously we focus a large chunk of our time at Turning Point on your listing skill set. Now for some of you, you might be listing well, but you may not be listing in a way that you can get the property sold. For others of you, you're listing well, but you may need to actually do it in a more refined and a more effective way. And the smart operators in the business know that you want to be improving your skill set before you need to improve it. Smart agents learn when they can. Fools learn when they absolutely have to. I'd much prefer to be working with people who learn when they can and taking advantage of Turning Point coming up. So the 6 key goals, let's have a look at them. Number 1 is to powerfully generate listing opportunities into pipeline. Now, what I'm saying there is that you need a robust generating system that means that you can, almost like a tap, turn it on more to get that healthy flow. If you don't have this flow working for you, I guarantee you falling into real estate roller coaster. It's high stress, it's not rewarding, and it's incredibly frustrating when you're at the bottom of the roller coaster. And by the way, it's hard to get back out of the roller coaster. That's the first one. The second one is to nurture those opportunities through your pipeline so they're ready to list. And I'm clear that you're more likely to meet someone today who's selling in the future than you are meeting someone today who's selling today. The pipeline strategy itself, not only by having a healthier flow going into pipeline, but managing pipeline brilliantly well, will typically add between 1 and 2 listings per month to your earning potential. From there, obviously, we're now at the point of nurturing through the pipeline and getting them ready to list. So now we're talking about your face-to-face skill set and everything around the listing appointment itself. So that includes the ability for you to differentiate yourself, because if we go out and ask 1,000 people in your marketplace, are real estate agents pretty much the same or are they different? Most of them are going to say they're pretty much the same. So this is the goal of how do we make sure that the client perceives you as different, therefore you make it easy for them to choose you. So to differentiate and win the listing is goal number 3. Goal number 4 is to have exceptional sell-through, your list to sell ratio or your success rate. And I think the biggest impact you can have in terms of next year, in terms of winning listings, is to say, are you looking for an agent to market your property or one that has a track record to actually get your property sold? Why? There's a lot of agents out there who are marketing property, but they've forgotten the second component, and that is having the right skill set in place to make sure the property gets sold. So goal number 4, have excellent sell-through. Goal number 5 is interesting. If you've been in the business for a month or 6 months or a year, an additional month, additional 6 months, an additional year, you should have built your profile and built your network. In other words, in my eyes, from a coaching point of view, you have got a business that is, it should be a higher profile business, and you should have built your database as well in such a way that makes it easier to do business next month and the month after. Yet I see a lot of the time agents are not in the mode of building their business and building their profile and using each opportunity as a way of how do we start to position this and put this in a super effective way. So goal number 5 is to build your network and build your profile. And goal number 6, I'm sure you like it, is to have fun and enjoy the ride, which is all about balance, it's lifestyle, and it's the things that make sure that you're in a mode where you look back over a 6-month time frame or 12 months time frame and say, yeah, I've actually enjoyed the ride, I've had fun in this particular process. Now, that doesn't mean that the business is stressful at times, but the recognition, and obviously out of my 6,000 coaching sessions that I've done in real estate, I know there are people who literally struggle with the fact that they may be earning a good income, but the way they're doing it, they don't have the lifestyle that supports that. So we work on that whole balance aspect to make sure that those things are in play. So let me just quickly run through those 6 key goals, because I think that they are the essence of your performance in this business. So number 1, powerfully generate listing opportunities into pipeline. Secondly, nurture those opportunities through pipeline so they're ready to list. Number 3 is to differentiate and win the listing. So then we can have 4, excellent sell-through of that particular stock. So we can build our profile and build our network, and importantly, have fun and enjoy the ride. Those 6 key goals. Now, if somewhere in there you thought, you know what, for me, there's an opportunity for me to upgrade, and it might be in all of those areas as an opportunity to upgrade, then I strongly recommend you free your diary, you lock in, be it the Brisbane, the Sydney, or the Melbourne Turning Point program. It is 3 days, which I know is a big chunk of time, but I guarantee it will not only just benefit you in terms of the end of this year, it really is a program that's going to set you up for next year and beyond. So this is a big investment, I know, in terms of time, but it's a worthwhile investment because it will give you the framework, the structure for you to be massively successful in the business. I'm very, very fortunate to work with and have supported many of the high performers and high achievers across the Australian and New Zealand marketplace. And I'd love to actually invest 3 days working with you as we build your success platform. You walk in with one level of focus, one level of certainty, one level of confidence about how you're progressing and taking the market forward. You walk out with a focused blueprint of success as to how you're going to focus on your generating, on your pipeline management, on outstanding listing strategies, and importantly, selling strategies that will have you as the leading agent in your particular marketplace. So please, on this particular site, have a look at it, download the registration form, and get locked and loaded into Turning Point. Looking forward to seeing you and working with you at a turning point in your career.